Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello to our customers and our guests that are in store. Thank you. We will let a few people join the live, and then we'll get started. Have a lot to talk about. Brey, this is your second time here, so we will get into it soon.
Okay.
But we'll let a few people join. If you're following us on Facebook, please share this live video. If you're on YouTube, thank you so much. We are brand new to YouTube, so we appreciate the support. Instagram, thank you so much for joining us. We will begin shortly. We are here inside of my Shade and Texture Beauty Supply Bar and Salon Suite here in Tampa, Florida. Our special guest is Brey Sampson of Locs by B. So just a couple of minutes and then we'll get started. We know it's Friday. And so good vibes. So I'm pretty sure you guys are probably at happy hour, but we thank you all for joining us.
Absolutely.
No. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so we will get started. First of all, my name is Pam. This is the Girl Glow Get to Know the Brand series. So we started this when we opened our store back in November of 2019. This is our way of just bringing the CEO, the mixologist, bringing the founders of some of our most favorite companies into space along with their customers. So this is our way of just trying to bridge that connection between the consumer and the founder of that particular company. So this is actually our fourth or fifth event. And so today we are featuring Brey Sampson of Locs by B. She is here all the way from the West Coast. This is her second time here. You were actually here in December for our Girl Glow Hour, and that was the Holiday Glam Edition. You did a tutorial. So this time we actually want to sit down, pick your brain. So we have some customers in store. So please do not hesitate. If you have any questions, throw it out. If you are following us or watching live through Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, we have our beauty curators, Emil and Kayla, monitoring the chat. So please drop your question because this is the purpose of this session. It's just an intimate Q&A, whether you're in store or you're not. Most importantly, listen out and listen closely for all the information that Brey will be giving you because a few times we'll be dropping a giveaway. So we have some good items in store for you. For example, my Shade and Texture gift card, and then Brey has some goodies that she put aside too. So whether you're local or not, we will make sure that you get that gift card or you get that bundle from Locs by B. So without further ado, in a reintroduction or intro for the first time,
Right.
Can you tell us about yourself, how you started your journey, and how has COVID affected your business? A lot of brands or a lot of business owners are hitting that virtual route.
Mm-hmm.
How has COVID just affected your business? Because you're in Cali, so that was one of the first couple of states that actually shut down for good for a very long time. So just tell us a little about.
So thank you guys for joining. As Pam mentioned, this is so fun to me because it's an experience where those of you who haven't been able to meet me or haven't been able to follow my journey, you guys can watch and listen tonight. So this is really, really special to me. My name is Brey. Brazier is my full name, but Brey is what everybody calls me. I'm the owner and founder of Locs by B in Long Beach, California. I am most recently a product developer as of last year. Last August. So I'm coming up on a year. But I've been so grateful because as a lock stylist, that's what I've been doing for the past 10 plus years. But the product development side is something that's fairly new. As I mentioned before, I'll be coming up on a year mark. The product development came about because of COVID, to be honest with you. So what COVID did for me, like many other people, is it pushed me. Mm-hmm. It pushed me out of my comfort zone. It pushed me out of a place where I was just so comfortable. Like I was very comfortable as a lock stylist, got my set clientele, no dramatic changes. But then COVID hit. So when COVID hit, I knew that I wasn't going to be able. It was going to be very, very difficult for me to continue my services. So I said, what can I do to keep my business afloat and still be able to provide some care for my clients' hair? And to be honest with you, I had always thought about product development, but it's just one of those things. Like, you may have a dream or you may have a vision. You just sit on it. So COVID was really the force that pushed me to no longer sit on it.
Yep.
Put it into the forefront of my mind, claim it as a vision and bring it, just bring it to life. So what COVID did for me was really more positive. So I literally had a notebook and I sat down at my kitchen table and I'm like, okay, what can I do with my business to really continue to provide for my clients and give them something to care for their hair? Many of them were panicking. They're like, I haven't seen you in X, Y, and Z. My locks are really dry. Some of them are falling out. Like, what do I? It was a real panic.
Yes.
And I could give them tips, but there was only so much that I could do. I said, okay, well, let me create products and let me show them how to use those products. So I created my very first product, which is my Locs by Brey Lock and Twist Cream. And this is a vegan cream that has all my favorites in it: shea butter, coconut oil, jojoba oil. It's just a jar of fun. But I created the cream with keeping in mind that my clients are not, of course, they're not looking for anything that causes buildup or something that's too heavy on the hair or on the scalp, and that has a nice scent. So that's how the cream came about. And then secondly, this detox solution, Locs by Brey detox solution, is this is a response to a very much needed a needed desire for my clients to get rid of foul odors and buildup in their locks. So this solution here it's very simple. It's a powder solution. Yeah. You drop a cup of it in water in a bowl or a basin, and literally you allow your locks to soak in it. So you can soak it for 10 to like 30 minutes, to be honest with you, is like ideal. But you can just see in the water everything. You can see the dirt, you can see the buildup, you can see the grime. So this product is definitely one of the top products, to be honest with you, because many people don't realize when you're shampooing locks, you're really just shampooing the surface, right? So the detox is kind of what gets it. You get in the crevices, right, and you're really stripping out what's deeply embedded into the locks.
We actually have someone here who actually used it.
Oh, nice.
So that's why she's here.
Okay.
Talk to you and hear more about it. I don't want to put you on the spot to share your experience, but you're more than welcome to do that. Here to share, how was your experience with this?
I actually detoxed my locks last night.
Okay.
And I love the smell.
Yes.
And I did it for 30 minutes.
Okay.
But it was still dirty, so that little bag didn't do justice.
You needed another one.
Right. That's why you're here.
Okay.
Yes. So we have a customer here, just to let everyone know, if you all couldn't hear her. She actually purchased this and used it last night. She loved the scent, and it's the fragrance of lavender and lemon.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, and it smells amazing. But for those who they may need more than one bag,
absolutely,
and that's totally fine.
So
I got a question too.
Okay.
Yes,
go ahead. Okay, so yeah. I'll answer your question first.
So my question is, I don't have lots, but I think we all have sometimes issues with product buildup.
Oh, yes.
Does that also work for just regular product buildup when you just want to clean everything out of your hair and just sort of start with a clean slate?
It does, actually. So I've had clients whose wives or significant others, they wear a lot of weaves. And if you've ever had a weave and you've taken it down, there's tons of buildup. When I say a ton, it just literally, you can see it. It just sits right on top. And so my client was asking, would the detox work for her hair? And I said, absolutely. It does work. It is a natural solution that works for loose or locked hair. Wow. So it makes it perfect for anyone that has the issue with product buildup, or people who work like in smoky areas, for an example, because if you've been around enough smoke, smoke, it latches onto your hair and you'll smell it all the time. It's very hard to get rid of. So it's another answer to the solution of how can I get rid of this smell? The charcoal smell, or whatever the case may be. So,
and the same with your cream,
because
this could be used on loose curls. I use it for a braid out,
your twist out.
Yeah,
Absolutely. On my twist out that you see today, I use my products. So yeah. To answer your question, COVID pushed me. How it changed my business, it changed for the better. What did it do for myself and for my clients? Really, it showed me that my clients really had a deep need and desire for quality products that to be honest, they just weren't finding. And don't get me wrong, there are other great products out there, but at the end of the day, a lot of those products are manipulated with some type of preservative, or some type of chemical, or even color that really dilutes all things that are natural about the ingredients. So it almost kind of like washes it out. So that was, that's the kind of the story behind Locs by Bee products. And then most recently, I have don't be mad, California. Don't be mad.
This is your second time.
I did it again.
Strike 2, because you dropped this.
I did.
When you were here in December.
So when I was backstory.
Sorry, Callie.
Backstory. In December, I came out here to release my second product, which is my Loc Detox solution. And I did that because I was just so excited about coming out here. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to release my second product to Tampa. Well, I'm releasing my third product to Tampa. Locs by Bee Hydrating and Growth Oil.
Wow.
This right here is my clients really always ask, my hair is so dry, it's getting itchy. What do I do? Where do I go? And I've given them recommendations based on products that have natural ingredients that I know and trust. But that gave me reason to create my own. When there's a need, you put the ear to it and you create it. Yep. You figure it out. So I figured it out. I got it. Wow. So this will be in store. And for those of you guys who answered the question tonight correctly, you may win one.
Yeah.
So this oil is specifically for your itchy, dry scalp. If you suffer there's a difference between like having dry scalp and then dandruff, right? So I want you guys to understand that. But if you suffer from either one of them, a nice oil with all the essential oils such as jojoba oil, castor oil. I even have hemp, and I have sesame seed. Like, wow. This is the grail right here. It's in the bottle. So this is my newly released product that it'll be available on my website soon, but it'll definitely be here at My Shade and Texture.
As of tomorrow.
Absolutely, as of tomorrow.
And everyone here in your goodie bags.
Yeah.
So sorry if you did not appear in store, but everyone who is here in store is actually going home with a bottle of this. And so this is great. So just like your other two products, it can be used on both locks and loose curls.
Mm-hmm.
Same with this?
Absolutely. I put some in my hair. I don't know if you can see the shine from the camera. But yes, you can absolutely use the oil on loose hair. You can use all my products on loose hair. That's the beautiful thing about it. It's specifically by someone who's a Locs stylist, but it definitely can be used on loose hair as well.
Giveaway time.
Yay, let's go.
So this will be a giveaway for those who are in store. So if you have a raffle ticket, you can pull that out. And the winner of this gift, the gift is a gift card for My Shade and Texture. So before you head home, we will make sure, and I'll let you pick it.
Okay.
Turn my head.
Okay. All right. So I got it. You gonna read the number? Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. You can do it.
So ticket 621315.
Woo! We have a winner.
So, make sure we take care of you before you head home.
Yes.
Ticket. We got it. Thank you. Oh,
you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So the next giveaway, listen closely. Brey has already broken down her 3 products. So she will be hitting you all with the questions. So whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, make sure you're paying attention. So let's go back.
Okay.
For the products. before COVID.
Okay.
How did you start this journey? What led you to become a lock stylist? Because a lot of people don't know, like, your true profession.
Yeah. Okay. So my clients know because I see them and I talk to them and they know me. So my background is in education and counseling. So, so that's what I went to school for. So the way I got started with my business is I was literally, it was my side hustle in college.
Yeah.
So like my dorm room was the hair salon. It really was. I had people in and out, like in and out. At the time, I think my prices were like $45, which at the time for a college student, that's good money.
Mm-hmm.
That was my gas money. That was grocery. You know what I mean? So it was a hustle. So I turned a hustle into a business. That's literally how it happened. My sister, who had Locs years ago, she was just having a hard time getting appointments with her stylist, and she's just like, "Can you learn? Like, can you do something to my hair?" And I'm just like, I don't know what you want me to do. So, long story short, I began to go to her hair appointment, and I will watch her stylist. I literally would just watch. And I said, I think I can do that. So I started to practice a little by little by little by little. And that turned into me getting so good at it. People would stop her and say, "Hey, who does your hair? Is she taking appointments?" She would be like, "Oh, well, it's just my sister." And then when she would tell me, I'm like, "Wait, tell me I'm taking appointments." I didn't know I could make a business. I know that's serious. It's a true story. I'm like, no, go back. Tell them that I'm taking appointments. So that's exactly what happened. Like I started practicing on my sister's hair, and then it looked really, really good. And then at the time, I was a senior in high school, and I wanted to lock my hair. My mom said, "Wait until after prom." Of course, she didn't want me to go through the starter phase, in the middle of the prom and all that. So anyway, I locked my hair my freshman year of college on my own, and I grew them for 12 years.
Wow.
I grew them for 12 years, and I just recently did a big chop and now wear a twist out. But I turned something that I was good at, and people really thought as well, to like a business.
Yeah.
But you know what? People say, "Well, do you even enjoy doing it?" I absolutely do. So because of my background in counseling and my background with just, basically talking to people, that's what I do all day. I just talk to people. That's all what it comes down to. Someone sits in my chair, and sometimes they're very open. Sometimes they're not, and that's okay too. But I connect with them, and the connection is through hair. That's how it starts. But then the connection can turn into something else. It can turn into me knowing their family, and them knowing my family, and me understanding what they're struggling with, and me, just because of my background, I just may have something to help them, a resource for them, or advice for them, or sometimes they, they're able to, fill a need that I have. So it goes hand in hand, really. I know it seems like, oh, you have a background in education and counseling, and then you hair. It actually works perfect that way.
Because you're doing classes.
Exactly.
Easy.
Exactly. It comes really easy. So, just recently, with all this COVID stuff, that seems to be kind of at bay. I'm back to doing my training, which I'm really passionate about. I'm passionate about teaching and instructing, and I'm just passionate about connecting with people. So, so that's kind of the backstory, and literally, like over the course of, I would say, about the past year, things have really, really exploded because people are now more focused on hair care and just self-care.
Yeah.
So, at first, I had probably, and it was still a lot of clients, maybe about 200 clients, somewhere around there. Now,
Wow,
it's probably double, triple that.
Wow. And you're the celebrity lock stylist.
And that's me. I mean, God is good. That's all I can say.
Can you drop some names for us?
I can drop some names. So some of my clients are Stir, D-Smoke. I have some athlete clients, singers, songwriters, producers, various musicians. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'm grateful for the platform, for the experience, and it's been so fulfilling. It really has. And as we were speaking earlier with like me training now, that's something that that's just something that's opening up more and more, just being able to really train stylists who may be in a different field, or those who are looking to really take something that they're kind of interested in and turn it to a business and a craft. That's something that I'm working on now.
And what about everyday clients? Because like you said, COVID has really, well, here in the store, we just saw an increase of people who are just more conscious about doing their own hair.
Yeah.
Salons were closed for so long. So a lot of us were just maintaining our hair at home.
Yeah.
Do you do classes for just the everyday woman or man?
So right now I don't have any classes geared towards that specifically. The class that I have right now is a beginner's course, a foundational course in Locs. So I'm teaching parting methods, I'm teaching starting methods, I'm teaching product do's and don'ts, washing techniques, and I'm teaching basic styles. And it's important not to skip over the basic foundation, because I have some people that say, oh, well, I know how to do X, Y, and Z. Well, the problem is you may only know how to do X, Y, and Z, but you still need to show that you're well-versed or that you've practiced some of the foundational methods in order to really, really get on with, you know, the more intermediate or advanced techniques. So it's just good to take the foundation course as either a refresher or something that, you know, will help really set the upcoming stylist up for what's to come.
Give me one.
Yeah, let's do it.
You
gave
us a lot of information.
I did.
So we'll hold off on this one.
Okay.
So this is for Instagram. This is for Facebook. This is for YouTube. So get your fingers ready. You have a question?
I do have a question, and I had it and I lost it, but it's okay. I'm gonna come up with a new one. We're gonna make this smooth. My question to you, okay, I'll give you a question about my product. See who's paying attention. Right. I just released a new product, which is my hydration and growth oil. Can you name an ingredient that is inside of it? What ingredient? Any ingredient. Can you name an ingredient that's in my hydration and growth oil?
And we have Emil and Caleb monitoring the chat. So the first person to answer correctly will be going home, or we will send a bottle to that person, or you can swing by and pick it up if you're local.
Yes.
Somebody said water.
There's no water in it.
Sorry.
Anything else? You guys got any other guesses? And naming it an ingredient in the hydration and growth oil
that just dropped in Tampa.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll get on and just talk about some tips and some tricks.
That's okay. That just tells me you guys need to practice your listening skills. Because I named a few different ingredients, but that's okay. That's okay.
Give them a hint.
Okay.
I'll let you.
Okay.
I'm a mixologist. I'll let you do that.
Okay. This particular oil helps. If you can't laugh, you're gonna make me laugh. This particular oil helps with stimulating the hair follicles. This particular okay, it starts with a C. That's a big clue.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to do after that. That's a big clue.
They throwing for a loop. C.
Anything?
If not,
you gotta catch the next one then.
The next
okay.
Yep.
All right.
And then of course, if anyone drops it, because there is a delay, unfortunately, that's out of our control.
Okay.
But we'll be listening closely. Caleb and Emil.
Yes.
Oh, we may have one.
Can y'all repeat the question again for Brey's life?
Oh, sure. Okay. So the question is, I have my latest product, my hydrating and growth oil. My question was, name an ingredient. Name one ingredient. I mentioned a few. Name one ingredient in this new product.
And you got to give them a clue. You
okay.
the same clue.
Right. So a clue is one of the ingredients works really well with stimulating the scalp. And it's should I say the letter? Might as well. It starts with the letter C. So let me know.
What's coming? And it will also just while we're waiting on a response tomorrow. So this was the first day of a 2-day event.
Yeah.
Here started pretty early.
Yes.
As soon as you touched down.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
even think you had a chance to breathe.
I did it.
Here
I did
inside of our Washington Glow Bar.
Right.
So clients today. So
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that? Just for those
Yeah.
a
So
last minute appointment.
let me tell y'all what happened yesterday at the airport first. So I was set to come. Last night, but my good friend and I, who's here with me helping me, we were just eating and chatting and really just, I mean, when it feels good to connect, you lose track of time. So we were sitting there at the airport and we literally missed our flight. So unfortunately, I didn't get here until 8:30. I didn't get here till 8:30, y'all. But let me tell you, I was here. My first appointment was at 11:30.
Yes.
So I touched down at 8:30. Probably got to the hotel at 9:30. I literally was only able to eat breakfast, took a shower, and I came straight over here. And I was early.
Yeah, you were. Yes.
So I don't play.
Yep.
I knew I needed to show up for Tampa, just like you guys have showed up for me. You guys showed me so much love this last time, and again, you're present for me. So I came. First appointment was at 11:30, and I made sure to work throughout the day. Of course, I took a nap, and here I am.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's another full day. So unfortunately, if you didn't book with me for tomorrow, then you'll have to catch me next time. But remember, you guys, catch early. When we post the link, get on it, because this is what happened last time, right?
It did. Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I'm working. I'm working tomorrow, and also it's a pop-up tomorrow.
Yes.
So all the products that you see here at Tampa will be on my table. You can purchase my hydration and growth oil, my Locs twist cream, and my Locs detox solution, and that'll be tomorrow from 1 to 5.
Yep.
Right here at my Shade and Texture.
Small Business Saturday is every Saturday, and we'll also have another local business here, Wendell Cooper of Triple C Boutique.
Okay.
Handbags, accessories, so great combination. You can take care of your hair and then grab a new bag for the summer. So yes, tomorrow 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. here in store, we'll have Brey and we'll also have Wenda. And I think we have some responses.
Yeah, we do.
Let's see who's first.
Coconut oil.
Coconut oil.
It does not have coconut oil.
Sorry.
So sorry. What? Did anybody else?
West Coast.
Did the West Coast say anything? Oh, see, look, y'all. I'm gonna get on when I get home.
So the next product will be dropping here.
Right. and this is exactly why I dropped the product here. Because how y'all do me. I wasn't paying attention.
It is all love.
It's all love.
It's all love.
It's all love.
Oh, I think we have someone else.
Okay. It starts with the C. It starts with the C.
That's it.
And I don't think they're gonna get this one, Pam.
Just say it.
Castor oil. I'm gonna clap for myself. It's okay. It's okay.
But the ingredients, you want to go over the ingredients?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I'll go. Now I'm gonna go over it, and we go. I'm gonna give them a test right after this. Make sure they were paying attention. Okay, so the ingredients in my hydrating and growth oil. We have jojoba oil, castor oil, organic hemp seed oil, organic sesame oil, peppermint oil, and essential oil blend.
There you go.
Okay. So the answer I was specifically looking for that started with the C.
Yes.
The stimulant to the scalp is castor oil.
Okay. So moving on, tips tricks when
Okay.
it comes to using your products.
All right.
Because we do, like
Yeah.
we have customers who come in and they'll grab a bag,
Mhm.
they'll do it at home. The
Okay.
same with your Locs and Twist cream, and
Okay.
then now with your hydrating oil. So any tips and tricks?
Absolutely. So we'll start off with my very first product, which is Locs by Brey Lock and Twist cream. The best and biggest tip that I could give you is a little goes a long way. You do not need a lot. The product it's not very heavy or thick. It's very smooth and it's light and it spreads easily. So you do not need very much. You could just put a little bit on the tip of your finger, apply it to your hair for your twist out, your braid out, or for your lock retwist. So that's tip number one. A little goes a long way.
Tip number one.
And so I guess I'll do for product number two. So some of my clients ask me, how do you know when you need a lock detox? Like at what point? After 3 months of having locks, after 6 months, after a year. So here's what I say. Every day you're just walking around, you have dirt that attracts to your hair. There's small leaves, there's small, it's just things that we can't see half the time. So I would say just keep a regular routine to detox your hair every 3 months or so, at the very least. Now, for those who work outdoors, who work in smoky areas, I would say you may want to do it sooner than that, probably once a month, actually. So you want to keep a regular routine because just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not there, just in terms of dirt and debris.
And some people, well, when we think of detox, and I may just be referring to our loose curls, girls, they think of like a bentonite clay, and it may be too strong for your hair to detox it once a month. Is this safe enough? Well, you did say depending on how active you are, it is safe enough for once a month.
It is. So the beautiful thing is it's all natural and it dissolves in water. So it's not so strong that it can't be used on a monthly basis or every other month basis. Okay. So that's the beautiful thing about it. All right. And a quick tip. Here's a quick tip. It's possible to over oil your hair. It is very possible to over oil your hair. So with this cap specifically, it's just like a little twist cap. So you can adjust the flow of the oil. Please keep in mind that you really just need to dab your scalp. You don't need to let it drizzle and drip all down your neck and back. You just untwist it just a little bit, and then you're just going to dab it in the areas where they're really dry. For those who have very thin edges and have lost hair just due to like extra tension and things like that, when you apply the oil directly after, make sure you're massaging it in those areas. So those are the tips.
Yeah, great tips. And speaking of thinning and your edges, a lot of people with locks over time, it could be because of weight. It could just be a number of reasons. Any tips when it comes to age? Medication. Hereditary is so many variables. Any tips or how to control that? And I guess you do have the solution.
Yes. So this is part of the solution, but please don't think this is gonna be oh my gosh, I had no edges. Because I'm not gonna lie to you. Some cases are very extreme. And there aren't oils other than if you're going to go with some type of prescription, that usually is very strong, that will bring like complete and full restoration. You can see though, I will say that you can see with some of the scalp stimulated ingredients in this scalp, you will be able to see your hair follicles begin to grow back slowly but surely. But what I will say is if you're noticing areas getting thin, pull back from how often you're getting your hair retwisted, how tight it's done, and styles. Take a break from styles. You don't always have to have your hairstyle. Be okay, if possible, with just the retwist. So, you're not pulling it up in buns or braids. Sometimes you just want to let your hair breathe. So that definitely helps with just being able to retain your edges and, just retain healthy, strong locks.
So another question for those considering locks. Any tips? You know, you're not here.
No, I'm not.
Right. But someone who is considering locks, whether it's sister locks, instant locks, talked about that one-on-one earlier. Any information that person should look into or consider, whether it's the type of stylist, the method that will be used. I know there's several different methods. You have a YouTube page where you have some videos, and again, showing your side when it comes to the education. You drop those methods, but can you drop it here?
Yeah, absolutely. So anyone that's considering going through the lock journey and is like kind of on the fence or a bit hesitant, I would recommend first a protective style. You could do kinky twist. You could do, they even have the faux locks. But I would recommend a protective style that is similar to the look of locks, because it is a commitment and it's not easy for everyone to make that commitment. So I would say if you're on the fence and you're considering it, but you're just, you're not quite sure, then start off with those type of styles so that you're not locked into the commitment and it's not like money wasted, you know, because that's happened. People, they get the install and then they get scared and then they comb them out. So you don't want to do that. But I will say that what you can do is you can, get those protective styles in your hair, see what it looks like, play with it, do different styles with it, just to kind of get an idea of what it may possibly look like, and then to make your decision, because it is a commitment and it is a big decision. So you want to be sure.
And then as far as the methods, there are some methods now because we've, have grown and variations, where some where you can palm roll, you can interlock, or some people where you can walk in, loose curls, and I walk out and I have a full head of locks. Instant locks. Any one or ones that you like or do not like?
So my favorite method is the palm roll method. The palm roll method to me looks the cleanest and it looks the most consistent all the way through. And that's why I like that method. However, that method requires more maintenance. You have to come back sooner for that because the roots get frizzy and they get loose. Probably, I will say like around the 2 to 3 week mark is when it'll start to get loose. But I still really love the look. So that's my number one pick. My least favorite would probably be the instant lock. And it's not because I'm shaming people for not going through the journey. It's because it leaves the locks very stiff. Okay. When people get the instant lock, their hair is so straight that it's hard for me to style it. It almost has to be slightly wet, but then I can't have the hair slightly wet because of the mildew smell. So it has to be dry. So that brings, for me as a stylist, it's complicated because you got these stiff, hard locks, and I can only do so much maneuvering with it. And then clients want these intricate designs, and I'm like, your hair not moving. Yeah. So I don't know what to do. So that's my least favorite would be the instant lock. And then my most favorite would be the palm roll method. Yeah.
What about interlocking? A lot of people talk about that.
So the interlocking method, the reason why I don't like it is because I'm tender-headed and it hurts. That's the reason why I don't like it. But other than that, it's cute. It's just for me in my head, when I had locks, in the whole 12 years, I probably have my hair interlocked twice. Wow. Yeah, that's just, I just couldn't do it. But the interlock is perfect for someone who's very active. It's perfect for someone who wants to be able to shampoo their hair sooner than later in that starter lock phase. It's very clean. It's neat. It's a little tighter on the scalp. For me personally, it was a little bit too much. But for others, they're like, oh, this is great. It's perfect. Less maintenance, and it works out for their lifestyle.
And it's something that you can do at home. Again, just going back now, this new wave where people are maintaining their looks at home.
Absolutely. If you can do the crochet method, you can do the interlock method. I do have YouTube video content out that shares a little bit more on my Locs by B page on YouTube. And if you take my course too, that's something that I go in detail, and I have digital content that I provide on how to do that. And I show like step by step. But each method is not for everyone. If you have more fine hair, you probably need to go the interlock method, or in some cases the instant lock method if you just don't really have the patience to kind of go through the various stages. If you do have coarse hair, it's perfect for you because your hair, it ain't gonna take nothing for your hair to come together and start locking. So yeah, every method is different, and I recommend different methods based on hair texture, the ultimate look of maturity that someone's looking for. What's really new is people are wanting curly ends. That's something.
I've heard that.
Mhm.
The micro locks.
Yeah, so like people don't want like the sealed ends anymore. They kind of want them to curl at the end. So with that, what I have to do is I have to be sure not to let it ever seal. So I keep it combed out at the end and just keep it twisted so that they can have a consistent curl at the end. That's something that's new. So, well, it's new to me.
Yeah.
And so there, I'm getting requests for that. Like, oh, I don't want my ends to seal. And I'm like, okay. Yeah.
So what about those, especially if someone is at home listening in, they started their journey with, let's just say, instant locks. And now listening to you, maybe I should consider interlocking, or maybe I should consider palm rolling. Is that possible?
Switch over? Okay, so here's the thing. There's a time frame in which you can switch. Sometimes it's too late. Sometimes people who've asked even to split their locks because they're too big in size. It's not always possible to do after a certain time, but it's possible to switch from interlock to the palm roll, and palm roll to interlock. Instant lock, you're pretty much locked into that, and you can palm roll that or interlock that. But you wouldn't be able to do like instant lock to 2-strand or braid method. You wouldn't be able to do that because it's already locked in.
Yeah.
So the most interchangeable methods would be the palm roll method, the interlock method. And then the least flexible would be the instant lock method. It just, you
walk out.
You just got what you got.
Right.
Hopefully they got what they wanted because that's it.
Wow.
So yeah.
Another giveaway.
Okay.
So we got some new faces in the building.
Yes, we do. Thank you, new faces.
Yes,
thank you.
And another customer who has used your product.
Awesome.
Yes, she is in love with your detox.
Thank you.
Oh,
okay.
In the green, she said.
Nice. Thank you. You got to get my hydration oil next.
Oh,
okay.
And you're going home with it.
Okay. So we have number 621316.
Woo! The hot corner. Okay.
Okay.
We will take care of you before you leave.
Yes.
So I guess we can just open the floor now for Q&A because you pretty much like covered all bases.
Okay.
If there's anything else, like some last minute tips, some last minute gems. Again, if you're not watching this live, you will be here tomorrow. You'll be on the floor. Well, your products will be on the floor from 1 to 5 p.m. for our pop-up shop. But you'll be in the salon as early as 9 a.m. with your first client.
Yes. I'll be here all day. I think we have another question.
Oh, another question?
So how would you say is the best way to maintain your locks, like in between retweets?
Okay. Rule number 1, don't let your locks grow together. A lot of times what happens is they'll wash their hair, but then they leave it alone. The problem is you have to separate your locks. You cannot just wash your hair and dry it and then go because they literally will bind together. I don't know if you guys have ever seen somebody's locks where some of them are big and then some of them are small. It's because some of them have grown together, so they've grown huge, and then others they've broken apart, so they're not. So making sure you're going to wash and condition your hair. Separate them if you're not getting a retwist right after. Do not just go on about life after that. And the other thing is to oil your hair regularly. That is the number one problem with locks is that they're severely dehydrated. And really is because there's been some myth out there that you're not supposed to use conditioner, which isn't true. You need conditioner. And then the other is just that people just don't take the time to regularly put oil or moisture in their hair, and they're always covering their hair. So your hair never breathes, and then it's never getting any water. So those will be like my tips. Just You do your shampoo, you do your conditioning. Make sure you separate your locks and keep it oiled at the very least. If you're not gonna do nothing else, do those things.
Because I've seen videos, just me personally, where the stylist has had to like literally
Because
rip it apart.
yeah, right.
Like a wishbone.
In those cases, I typically don't pull them apart. I split them with scissors and then slowly kind of like pull them because that could hurt. But that is like a big issue, and that's why it hurts when you get your hair done. You let it grow all together, so it's really difficult to get those parts really clean without getting in there. So,
Some questions? What is smithing?
Smithing.
I
What
think-
is smithing?
I don't know. I might not be pronouncing it right, but I
explain to me what you think it is. So, or where did you hear it? Maybe with
Well, I
context.
saw it. There's a couple people that I follow on Instagram that do locks, and it looks more than the palm roll because it looks like they're like, you know, how, on the locks, like some of the hair down here is sticking out,
Okay.
like coming out. So it looks more like they're like rolling them back into your lock. I'm not sure,
Like a
but
tuck?
it's SMITHING.
Smithing.
Smithing or
To be honest with you, I have no idea
Okay.
what that is.
okay.
So
But
it moves here.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
Smithing. I guess that could be a giveaway question if someone knows the answer.
Can somebody Google what
Yeah,
smithing
what's
is?
smithing, right?
I'm sorry, I honestly don't know what that is.
So it's like tucking any loose,
Yeah, they just-
frail pieces.
Yeah, they kind of do. You know how when you get your retwist, they typically focus on the new growth, but they go down as far as like I guess somewhere up in here. You know, I guess where hair is
Yeah.
coming out. So I don't know if that's something new.
Palm rolling.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just call it palm rolling, but I don't call it
Okay.
Google says that it is a form of palm rolling that uses
Okay.
the thumb primarily to twist the hair.
Oh, okay.
So there.
So I refer to it as just palm rolling.
Okay.
But so it's the same thing.
So according to Google, using a thumb. So palm
Yeah.
roll. Yeah, I guess it's tuck as you go down.
Learn something new every day. That was a great question. Because now I know, right?
Next question.
Oh, for detox.
Yes.
So, would you recommend someone using that on their scalp to cleanse it while they have braids in? Because I wear a lot of braids. That's kind of why my hair's out now because my edges started like
Yeah.
leaving. So, I used to wear my braids for like maybe 3 months at a time. That sounds long for some people, but my hair is so thick that it was like pretty cool. But I noticed a lot of buildup. So trying to wash it, then the braids start getting weird. Would you recommend like that because it's not like soapy or like, you know, something heavy?
So the thing is, are you wanting to detox your
Just to
hair with
cleanse,
the
like,
braids in?
Yeah.
No.
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 Okay.
Because the idea is that so at the root of the hair where you can see the buildup from the braid, right? The solution, if you pour it directly on your scalp, it could get trapped in that same area and you're literally dealing with another problem. So you gotta be able
that makes sense though. I
you
just wanted
gotta
to
be
see.
able to pour it into the water,
Yeah.
let it dissolve, and then soak. But I wouldn't recommend.
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant. Like maybe put it like. So you said when you put it in water, it dissolves.
Yes,
so.
it does.
Okay.
Okay. So you weren't saying putting it directly
No,
onto?
I just
Okay.
meant like make some kind of like concoction and just rinse, like put it in your scalp
Yeah,
and rinse
as
it
long
out.
as you're letting it dissolve and
Yeah.
then putting your hair in, yes.
Okay,
That's fine.
so you could do that, and it'll like cleanse that cakiness. In
There
the
you
braids.
go. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
That's like kind of like I'm just thinking of like a different way I could use it. Because
Yeah.
I'm like I like it. I just wish I could use it for that. So that's
Got
that's
it.
cool.
Got it.
All right.
Okay,
bet.
good question.
How often should you get your ends clipped with your locks, or should you clip your ends at all?
Clipping.
That's
Clipping your end.
Yeah, so that's really just like kind of a case by case situation. Some people clip their ends for evenness. They want to keep their locks even. Others keep them clipped because they are explaining they got split ends. So you got some locks that are at this level, another here, and you know. So that's kind of a hard. I don't have like a one word or a couple word response for it. It really just kind of depends. What would be the goal? Yeah, what would be the goal? Are you looking for more even locks? Are you looking to, cut split
Spice it
ends?
up with-
Are you looking to change the look? Are you trying to keep it from growing a certain length? It just depends.
What about if you have like buildup on your end?
So you would want to cut them due to the buildup? So I've had people do that. It's the quickest way to get rid of it is like to literally get rid of it. but I will say this. Once you cut the lock or the portion that has the buildup, a lot of times once you cut it, you still see it at the very bottom. So that's not the solution to get rid of the buildup to clip your ends. That wouldn't be it. There you go.
I use
You actually have to drop the video.
like 2 bags honestly for my hair.
Let me ask you a
Two
question.
bags.
Hey.
2 bags.
Yeah.
Florida girls.
I did the cut.
And let me ask you a question. So the directions say you fill up your bowl, you put a cup of the solution in there, you let it fizzle, put your locks in there. Are you squeezing your hair at the same time? Because what happens is the solution loosens the buildup, but then you have to do the work by squeezing.
We have a yes
You
here.
have to squeeze out any product or buildup.
I did it on the third time.
She did it on the 3rd time.
But you know what?
It's
I
hard
think
work
I
to get it
needed-
out. I'm gonna tell you that
I
right
think
now.
I needed it though because, to be honest, it probably had been like almost a year
Yeah.
since I had last, did a detox. Because
Okay.
I personally don't like to do my hair, but I knew that it was like overdue
Yeah.
for it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I probably could have used like 2 bags.
Yeah.
Honestly,
And then
for the first
also depending on how much buildup, I know I'll see you tomorrow, so I'll take a look at it. But depending on how deeply embedded it's in there, you have to assist it. Like you're gonna have to squeeze out. Sometimes you gotta pick a little bit out, get it out to the surface as much as possible. It takes a lot of work just depending on how much buildup you have. That's why as soon as you see something, just get it out. If it's a piece of lint, if it's something, just get it out, get rid of it. Because if not, well, next time you get it retwisted, you've just blended it back in and blended it back in and blended it back in. So as soon as you see something, it's just like, nope, get it out. So
And like you said, unlike a bentonite clay
Yeah.
or some type of product that is very strong when it comes to the chemicals, this is something that you can use once a month if
Yeah.
you have to.
yeah, you can. It's very safe to use once a month.
Other questions?
Yes.
Okay, last time you came, you showed us that you use a toothbrush mainly. Why?
Because it gets them edges. So the toothbrush has the smallest bristle that gets all the little hairs. It just makes my parts super clean. So that's why I use the toothbrush. I use sometimes like a small comb, like a fine comb, but I just like it because it just gets all the hairs. Like whatever my finger can't get, I can go behind it with a toothbrush or a little small comb, and it just makes the parts cleaner.
I was just gonna add on to that and
Oh,
say,
go
like, do
ahead,
you
go
think that the toothbrush also is like more gentle too when you're using like versus a comb? Because it kind of pulls the edges.
As long as you have like a medium soft bristle toothbrush, it's very gentle. I would never go hard is
Yeah.
like way too hard on the scalp. But yeah, I think it's pretty gentle.
Yeah.
And I don't have any complaints typically about the way it feels.
Okay.
You have another question?
So with the detox, what if you have color in your hair? Will it affect the color in your hair?
It'll strip it out.
Oh.
So that's something that's something to think about. If you have color in your hair.
She said, well,
When she was here,
well.
yeah, I got a color ready,
Yeah.
but she hasn't used it yet. But
Yeah.
she did detox.
It strips the color out because it's a deep cleanse. It's gonna get everything. Everything. Yes.
So what would be your response to someone? How soon after or waiting, whether it's a permanent hair color system or semi-permanent?
I always recommend semi-permanent. It's not as harsh, or just a natural henna color. Those are my recommendations.
We got you covered. You use your gift card.
Right, exactly.
Use your henna.
Okay, you have
I
another.
have one more question.
Sure.
This hair paint, like,
Temporary
is
hair
that-
paint.
Yeah, is that something that you would
thing about those hair paints, I think, can I see it?
Yes.
I think it has wax.
Mm.
If it does, that's not good. It's very difficult to get out. The second ingredient, is wax.
Oh, that's a lot.
You don't want that. The problem with wax is it's incredibly thick, and all the things that we're talking about is going to defeat everything that we're doing. So unless it's like a color spray, like if you're just looking for like a temporary color, you know how they have those sprays?
Mhm.
Yeah, they do.
But hey, this may be a challenge. If detox will remove that wax.
Yeah,
That would be a
right.
cool video.
Right.
That's great.
I know, right? So yeah, the wax is something that is going to cause issues because it's incredibly difficult to get wax out of locks. So I wouldn't do it. Sorry to whoever created it.
You just crushed a few.
Right. I mean, for loose hair, you know, because you could, you know, but for locks, you go
Hey,
straight.
this may be the solution.
This may be the
Right. We are going to test it before you leave.
Right,
We
exactly.
are going to test it.
Because honestly, like I have my friend, she got like a sample of, I don't know if it was the same brand, but it was the hair paint stuff. And she put it in my hair probably back in like, I don't know, September, October
Of last year.
of last year. Still not out of my hair. Like I had recently got a retwist and the guy was just like scrubbing.
Yeah.
He's like, what is that? And I told him what it was. And it's like,
Yeah.
you probably shouldn't put that in your hair.
Yeah, it's the wax. It's
Yeah.
really not
Yeah.
good for our hair.
And speaking of wax, you know, old school method using beeswax, and now a lot of people have moved away from that,
Mhm.
whether it's a gel,
Mhm.
a lock and twist cream. So when it comes to beeswax, whether you're starting or whether you're getting a retwist, no beeswax.
No beeswax. No beeswax. It just you hear it's gonna create problems.
Any other questions or anyone online? Guess we could do another giveaway.
Yeah, we can do another
Yes.
giveaway.
This would be one of your questions. You just
Okay.
you threw out a lot of info.
I know I did. Okay. So we had a question. Maybe a question about a technique. So if you have fine hair, what technique would be best for you? If you have fine hair, what technique? And let me give you the technique so that you have them fresh in your head. So would you say the palm roll method, the interlock method, the two-strand method, or the braid method? You have fine hair. What would be the best technique?
Fine hair.
Somebody say interlocking.
Yay! That's correct.
Congratulations. And what is that person going home with, or what will we be sending them? Some goodies from you.
Yes, we'll send them
Yes.
some goodies from
Yes.
me. And however you want to do it, but whatever, you know.
You want to give them?
Yeah, they can have a hydrating and growth oil. Absolutely.
So we will contact you directly. You're not here in store, so we will contact you directly to see how you would like that. Oh, Samil's mother. Hey, Brooke.
And Mills mom.
Right. Yes. Brooke is the owner of A Queendom's Beauty, a local skincare, body
nice.
care, self-care company. So congratulations, Brooke.
Yes.
We'll be contacting you directly, or we'll send it home with a meal.
Yep. That's probably the easiest thing to do.
Perfect.
All right.
Any final tips? Anything else that you would like to leave us with? You're here in Tampa. It's your second trip. You'll be back.
I will be back. I've already been asked when I'm coming back. I don't have a date just yet. But tomorrow, you guys, come to the pop-up. I would love to see you. I would love to meet you, even if I can just wave, because I will be working in the salon. But stop by the pop-up shop, and you can grab the Lock Detox, the Lock and Twist Cream, and my newly released hydrating and growth oils. And yeah, just stop by, say hello. Even if you don't buy anything, just say hello. And that's it. Any other questions or
Final words?
Nope.
Parting words? Okay.
I'll let you get a request.
So I recommend probably if you want to keep like a pretty clean look and you don't necessarily like the very natural look where all the roots are coming out, probably every 4 to 6 week range. But if you don't, some people kind of like their roots to come up a little bit, so you can do like 6 to 8 weeks.
And should you go to a loctician, like someone who has experience, like knows locks, or can you go to anybody, like somebody who they're not specifically like just doing locks, but they know how to.
So you know how you go to Louisiana? Do you guys have Louisiana fried chicken out here?
No, I wish we did.
But do you guys have places where it's like Chinese food, chicken, and then ice cream?
Yeah.
Do you have places that's like a combination of things?
Yes.
How do you feel about those places that do like chicken and then they got Chinese food and ice cream?
You have that like a master of
right, you question it. It's like you got too much going on.
Right, like
I would say they should at least lock should be at least something that they do primarily. Like it doesn't have to be like this is what they're dedicated to. But if they're doing too many things, like they got I make wigs and I got this going on and I got that. I got something usually is off just a little bit just in terms of expertise. So I would say that, you can go to someone that also braids. That's not a problem. But just careful of someone that says, oh, I do that too. Oh, you need that? Oh, I got you. I do that too.
Yeah.
So
checking reviews.
Checking reviews, absolutely. Reviews, they say a lot.
They do.
So trust people who've been there. They'll tell you the truth.
They will.
But yeah,
Or
just
Google will.
Or Google will. Yeah. So I would just say it's okay if they do they have some other type of expertise, but not too many. Not like all over the place with everything. You're welcome.
So again, thank you so much for joining us,
Thank
coming
you for
back in
having me.
town. Yes, we have you more than one day.
Yep.
So yes, again, if you did not stop by today, or you're catching this, not catching this live, definitely swing by the store tomorrow between the hours of 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. You can shop or poke your head into the Wash and Glow bar. You have clients, so you're fully booked tomorrow.
I'm fully booked tomorrow.
Fully booked tomorrow.
So sorry for anyone who wasn't able to make it, but next time, you guys, please, when Pam sends out the link or when I post, please get on it because the spaces fill up so quickly. But I'm happy to be here, Pam. I thank you. You're literally this is live, so you're my favorite retail owner. Don't tell nobody. No, seriously, the time that you take to really mentor to me and the time that you take to just explain things to me and just help me with, I know. No, I'm sorry. No. It says a lot about you as a person and the attention to detail, just even in your beautiful beauty salon, the people who come in here and the interactions that you have with them, it says a lot about you and your character and your spirit. So I appreciate it because it's not always the same for everyone. And I'm not trying to speak negatively of anybody. I'm just being honest. It isn't the same. So I do appreciate it. And I listen to everything you tell me. When you say you should do this, I'm doing it. When you tell me, whatever you tell me, I trust you. And so, and you do excellent. You're such a hard worker. And I want you to know that. You are a gem. Trust you.
Thank you. Oh.
No problem.
Thank you. I know this is like a 4-hour difference, but
I know.
Voice text and I may be asleep and I catch you in the morning and I'm like, it's 8:00 over here. You're up.
I know. And I was just telling my good friend that came with me, just about how amazing you are. I literally said to her, I said, if I ask Pam anything, she will at least respond or acknowledge. Sometimes I don't always even get a response when I'm talking to other, people. But just the fact there is a huge difference. And if you're up, you're answering, you're emailing. And I'm like, dang, like everybody doesn't do this. So I appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate you. Yeah. I appreciate you coming all the way over here. From the first moment you sent me that email and we've been working together ever since. So we really appreciate you. And so can you just let us know how to find you?
Absolutely. So Okay, so first my Instagram. My Instagram, you guys, is Locs_by_B. So it's LOCS_BY_B. So that's my Instagram. On Facebook, you can also find me on Locs by B. And if for whatever reason you want to visit my online store, that is locsbyb.com. How else can y'all find me? Y'all know how to find me. That's the thing. YouTube. Everything is Locs by B. Everything is Locs by B. So thank you guys so much.
Look for the logo.
Yeah, look for the logo.
Look for the logo.
On all the products, and you'll find me. And then at the very least, Pam is gonna post something that I posted, so you'll be able to find me. You'll be able to find me. But thank you so much, Tampa.
Thank you.
Again, it's just always it's always love, it's always community, it's always fellowship, and I appreciate it. So thank you. I hope to see you tomorrow during the pop-up from 1 to 5. And if not, that's okay. Follow me. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next trip. You guys have a good night.
See you all.
Bye-bye. Oh, are we still on the thing?
Yeah. You ain't gonna tell me I'm sitting here getting up, straightening up my chair. Wait, are we still on?
Bye. Bye.